Live. Maybe we're live. Like I said, it's always weird. This thing is always so weird. Whenever it starts up, it's so weird. Anyway, what is up, everyone? OG over here from PlayerEssence. Welcome to another PE. What are we doing? Midweek Essence. PE Midweek Essence. I'm caught over on the holiday weekend, man. Holidays, haven't been able to stream just as much just because family's been here the whole time, or I've been going over to my go see my brother. So I want to first and foremost say hopefully all of you guys who celebrate Christmas or holidays or whatever the case is, hopefully all of you guys had a great holiday. Mine was fantastic. I did a lot of cool stuff, which meaning I went to visit my brother, and my mom, and my brother-in-law, and I got to eat some great food. It was really good food. It was just a fantastic holiday for me, man. So excuse me. So yeah, so it was great, and thank you guys for all the support over the holiday week. We lost a few in terms of sponsors and stuff like that, but we'll get them back. We'll get our sponsors back. We'll get our stuff back. Just want to let you guys know we do have let's see here. Hold up. I got some stuff that's messed up on my page here. We do have what is it? PE Arena. We'll have PE Arena tomorrow. So we're doing Midweek Essence today. We've got PE Arena tomorrow. I'm going to let you guys vote on what game we play, either Splatoon 2 or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And then we have PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo on Friday. So we're gonna get back into the full swing of things in terms of streaming. Sorry for the I took a week off basically just because, like I said, it was just a lot of stuff going on with family and everything. So I took a week off in terms of streaming goes. But yeah, we're back. We're back to it. Definitely gonna have a lot of fun today because we're gonna be talking about some salt. We're gonna be talking about some salt. We're gonna be talking about some people that just like to just talk too much. It's just so funny. So funny with the stuff. So excuse me. Excuse me. I was choked there. What's up to everyone here? I'm gonna say what's up to the people here in the chat. So Master Aqua, what's up, man? What's up? See that you're going back to the original Master Aqua tag. I like it. The original I like the picture as well, so that's really good. Power Level Amy, what's up, Power Level Amy? Shout outs. Hopefully you had a good holiday break. Fire Blast Bo, what up, Fire Blast? Nail Ventura lost his Nintendo 3DS, which is very unfortunate that you lost your 3DS, dude. That's not fun at all. Definitely not fun at all. Sorry about that. Shout outs to Mark Bryant. Mark Bryant's in the chat. How you doing, Mark? Milo, what up, Milo? Elite Ninja Milo, Power Level Amy, Elite Ninja, Mark Bryan, Elite Ninja, Master Aqua, also Elite Ninjas as well. And Maximus Mansteel, shout out to Maximus Mansteel, Elite Ninja. How's it going? Alicio Blanco, how's it going? How's it going? Mr. Mags, how you doing? How you doing? Hey guys, I know we got about 100 people in here or so. If you guys can hit that like button, let's get us up on the YouTube gaming page so we can get some more new ninjas to join the village. I would really appreciate that if you guys hit that like button. Really help us out. Let's get to 100 if we can. So I got Splatoon so I can join in. All right, awesome. Good stuff, good stuff. Maximus Mansteel. Here comes the, where's my Morton salt? Oh, I know, my girlfriend took my Morton salt out of my room. She's like, why do you have my salt? She like got mad and took the salt out of my room. So the Morton salt isn't here, but I will be buying my own Morton salt prop, and I will be bringing that back because we're definitely going to talk about it. So Ram Matt, shout outs from Israel. How's it going, man? How's it going? Rosalina, which I'm being so lazy, Rosalina. I gotta pack your gift package that I have for you with more stuff because I'm being extremely lazy on your prize. I still have that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that I gotta send you. Sorry about that, Rosalina. Your boy is a bit busy. Yeah, Alan Bain. Oh God, Alan Bain. I'm not even gonna start with you. Is Uncle Reggie a bit early? Uncle Reg, you are on time, my guy. You are on time. Who got salty? Good old Gematsu. Good old Gematsu users shifting the goalposts, just like shifting the goalposts when they see fit. You know. Nintendo Switch. Look, we might as well just get into it. I think, okay, introductions are over. Let's just get into it. So, Media Create, which, guys, all these articles that I talk about, I'll have videos. I have PE News videos that I've already shot. They'll be uploaded tomorrow morning You'll see both of the PE news videos on all of today's best content. We've already got 2 PE news for you guys, PE news videos for you guys today, and then I have another news video for you guys in about 3 hours that's going live. All of the good news that went down today, you guys will all see that soon. So yeah, so media crate, all that, that'll be tomorrow morning early, so you guys can catch that. I have some good insight on that, but I will be talking about some of that news in this video as well, because not everyone likes to watch this whole big old long midweek essence in order to get some news. So yeah, so I'll have structured PE news videos for everyone who just likes to just joke around and not really pay attention, which the type of podcast Midweek Essence is that kind of lends to that. So anyway, so the media crate this week, I'm not going to go over everything. I do that in my PE news videos, but the Nintendo Switch absolutely bodied every other system. 3DS, Nintendo, PlayStation 4. I mean, the PlayStation 4 sold I think 67,000 units combined. The Nintendo Switch sold 269,000 units plus in the media create. So instead of talking about how the Nintendo Switch is absolutely dominating, instead of talking about how in the top 10 software, or even the top, let's go to the top 11 software, actually let's just go top 20, why not? In the top 20 software, we had Nintendo Switch at number 1, Nintendo Switch at number 4, a Switch game at 5, a Switch game at 7, a Switch game at 8, 9, 11, 16, and 19 and 20. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 in the top 20. One Piece, Pirate Deluxe Warrior, whatever. 1-2 Switch back in the top 11 with another 23,000 units. ARMS back in the top 10 with 25,000 units plus. Pokken Tournament at number 8 with 27,000 units plus. You have Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild with 35,000 units. You have Splatoon 2 that sold 137,000 units plus in Japan for 1.6 million. You have Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey sold over 200,000 units in Japan, and that has crossed the 1 million unit mark. That is at nearly 1.3 million. Nintendo Switch at 270,000 sales. And what do Gamatsu users do? They make it a fight between Atelier Ledi and Suel. Not all Gamatsu users. Let me not just, paint a broad brush over all of Gamatsu. But I find it ridiculous that people are going to talk about Atelier Ledi and Suel, about how Nintendo fans aren't buying. You've got people saying, completely ignoring the sales. Okay, all the sales that I just listed, those are the big topics. Ignoring that and talk about Atelier Ledi and Suel, and talk about how Nintendo fans don't buy third party, because the PS4 version of Atelier Ledi and Suel sold 21,000 units. It sold less debut on the PlayStation 4 with a bigger install base than games that had been out since April for Nintendo, or summer. ARMS came out in June. It sold less than ARMS. This is not a big style game. This is an Atelier game. Oh, where's the Switch version? The Switch version's not there. They're not buying third party, but people forget to mention that Atelier Ledi didn't sell on the Vita either. It's not in the top 20 on the Vita, and the Vita has nearly 6 million units sold in Japan. The Atelier Ledi's not going to sell a ton of units. They are shifting the argument to Atelier Ledi and then saying, oh, well, Nintendo fans aren't buying third party. And the funniest thing is that, oh, Nintendo fans aren't buying third party, yet there's third party games right here in the top 20. So, I mean, One Piece, this old port, sold almost as much as Atelier Ledi on the PlayStation 4. Okay? So an old port sold almost as much. Heck, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which is not a super old port, but it's an older port of the PlayStation 4 game, which already launched back in September, almost sold as much as Atelier Ledi. So those are third-party games that almost sold as much as the game that you're talking about, and we have Gamatsu users completely shifting the arguments. And also I heard from Coloco, if someone could put the link to the media crate from Reset Era, apparently Reset Era users, some Reset user errors, not everyone, but some were saying, oh, I'm disappointed in this Switch sales. It should have sold like 400,000 or something. I'm like, hold up, wait, what? You're disappointed in the Nintendo Switch outselling the PlayStation 4 like 5-1? So you disappointed in the PlayStation 4 sales as well? Because PlayStation 4 actually got it got a new Idolmaster game, it got Atelier Ledi, it got new titles this week. It's got the Monster Hunter beta. It's got the special edition Monster Hunter. It's got Japanese developers throwing everything they got at it. It's got Dragon Quest. Where's Dragon Quest? Where's Dragon Quest, my guys? Where's Dragon Quest? I don't see Dragon Quest on PS4. You got the best version of Dragon Quest. I don't see it on here in the top 20. You got old Nintendo Switch games like ARMS and Pokken Tournament coming back in the top 20 charts. Where's Dragon Quest at? So, that's the only thing that I'm talking about here. Look, guys, like, I'm not an... Obviously, you guys... I think you guys can tell from my attitude that I'm an optimist. Because being pessimistic doesn't help you in life. Trust me, I've been pessimistic before in my life, and it's never worked out. I don't like to make things into a big deal if it's not a big deal. I'll tell you guys a story right now because this is Midweek Essence, so I can say whatever I want. So and I didn't say this on Christmas Eve, and I was tweeting and stuff like that. The water pipes on the outside of my house busted, and there was a leak, and it drove me out of my house on Christmas Eve, Christmas night. We had to leave because we had no working plumbing, we had no hot water, we had no water at all. Drove me out of my house on Christmas, couldn't spend at least a little bit of Christmas with my family here, and I still had to work and put up videos as well for the next day after Christmas, and also on Christmas. So I actually had to drive back and forth between taking my daughter to that house, having warm water or having hot water, having working toilets, coming back here, working, editing videos, and then going back, kind of like back and forth, you know, because we didn't have any water or anything. Was it a problem for me? Was I like, oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah? No, because we're still alive. It wasn't like, I don't take things as like a big deal. Like anything that's, even if something negative happens, it's not that big of a deal if you're still here or if the system's still around. So when people do stuff like this, I just find it so like silly. It's so dumb when people sit here, and it's just video games compared to real life. But you guys are seeing my attitude about things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a lot to get me down. Heck, I mean, having a water leak and not being able to spend Christmas, you know, in my own house that I bought here, that would be upsetting for a lot of people. But for me, it was just like, okay, we get to go to my mom's house early. You know, we don't spend the night here. We go to my mom's house. Yes, I have to drive back here to do videos. Whatever. It's just a little bit of gas. You know what I'm saying? So you have some people try to turn certain things into doomsday scenarios. You know what I'm saying? Like, they try to turn things into doomsday scenarios all the time. And like, that's not my attitude. My attitude when it comes to anything, whether it's, I guess to kind of connect everything, my attitude when it comes to video games or when it comes to real life, it's like, dude, like if you're not dead, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not dead, then you'll be okay for the most part. You can recover. So I just find it hilarious that a lot of these people here are just doing these type of things and going online and tweet storming about these things. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, let's get some comments because I haven't been looking at you guys' comments. So yeah, let me get some shout outs as well. Shout outs to wow, 275 people watching. Yo, to everyone watching, if you guys can smash that like button, that would be fantastic. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's get us trending a little bit on YouTube Gaming. So shout outs to Night Moon with a $2 donation through Super Chat. Says have some money. Thank you. It's after Christmas. I need some money. Shout outs to Kiki Gaming for the subscription, and also is it Damo Jedi 77? Probably said that wrong. Sorry about that, dude. Shout outs to you, man. Thank you so much. I do appreciate the subscriptions. Welcome to the Village Ninja, and of course Elite Ninja Night Moon. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that, man. So let's get into some of these comments. What up, Soul Eater 23? Story time. You guys know Midweek Essence. You know we got story time, my guys. You know we got stuff. Sodium style salt burial. Is that like Gata? Sand burial, but just with salt. Sand burial. Machine says, I'm disappointed Switch should sell 10 million units in 1 week in Africa. I know, seriously. In like Libya, the worst part too. It should sell 10 million units right there, war-torn areas. If it doesn't, then failure. Failure, all of them. Let's see here. Let's see. I mean, you sit here praising PS1, PS2, and PS4. Don't see praise for PS3 because the PS3 wasn't a successful system. The media likes to brainwash you guys into thinking that it was super successful, but it wasn't. If it was super successful, then they would have never got rid of the original creator of the PlayStation. They would have never ran him out of town, and they would have never said that we can't fail anymore with the PS4. You know what I'm saying? If Andrew House came out and said when the PS4 was getting launching, he said, we are not allowed to fail anymore. He was talking about PS4. We are not allowed to fail anymore. Okay, so then what failed, my guy? Oh, he was referencing the PS3. That's a quote. That's a quote from Andrew House. He said, "We are not allowed to fail anymore with PlayStation." And that was coming off the PlayStation 3, going into the PlayStation 4. He was talking about PlayStation. So by Andrew House's own indirect thought process, he called the PlayStation 3 a failure. So I'm going off of what he said. And also, there's been multiple articles about how the PlayStation 3 didn't really make Sony any money, that it was billions of dollars in debt, and there was so many issues with the PlayStation 3. It wasn't a successful system. It sold a lot, but it wasn't a successful system. It just wasn't a successful system from overall profiting numbers-wise, all-time sales-wise. It was successful, but in terms of actual what contains a successful system, like profit, like how profitable was the system? No, it was not as profitable as PS1. It was not as profitable as PS2, and PS4 is more profitable than the PS3 was. So there you go. I mean, it's. I did have a wonderful Christmas, man. I did. Apparently, the Atelier comment was deleted. I mean, you guys can go through those comments on there. They're funny, but then people are trying to shift the argument. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's just trying to talk about Atelier. You know, you have some people talking about the Nintendo Switch, but then, you know, but then you have some people bringing up, like, oh, Nintendo fans don't buy third party, even though there's third-party games in the top 20 here. Even though we've got a third-party game. Pokken Tournament is a third-party game. I mean, it's published by Nintendo, yes, but it's developed by Bandai Namco. So, I mean, I guess, technically speaking, yeah, you can say first-party, whatever. But still, third-party game, developed third-party game. Okay, but we also have other third-party games. Even if you look at the 3DS, you know, Yokai Watch 2 Buster, or Yokai Watch Busters 2, that was number 2 with over 184,000 units sold. So, what, 3DS owners are buying third-party, but Nintendo Switch owners don't? That's ridiculous. It's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, once Yokai Watch comes out on the Switch, I think it's going to sell great. Does anybody here think that Shin Megami Tensei 5 isn't going to sell great on the Switch? You're kidding me. Like, it's going to sell amazing on the Switch. I mean, for a Japanese RPG, for a Japanese turn-based RPG. So, I mean, it's weird what some people will bring up instead of talking about the sales here, because you guys all know good and well, I hate to do these, like, if this would happen, then this would have happened. But we all know if the PlayStation 4 was selling 270,000 units in Japan, the whole comment section, we've seen it before, like when the PlayStation 4 was outselling the Switch sometimes because of stock shortages, people were talking about how the PlayStation 4 outsold the Switch. There was tons of comments, but now and like I said, I know some of these people that comment on Gamatsu, they're the same people who comment. But now that the Switch is dominating, oh, let's just shift it to something to where we can shift it to PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm an optimist. You guys won't see me bashing PlayStation or Xbox on my channel. You guys won't see me, but I will call out people. I will call out things that I feel is stupid, and this is stupid. When people do like for example, like when people say dumb speculation things in order to try to make their points, I'll simply call it out. Now people say, "Oh, you're damage control." No. If somebody sits here and says Nintendo ambassadors could have their content controlled by Nintendo, I'm gonna say, no, you're full of crap. That's not true. I don't care what you say. I don't care how many tweets you make. I don't care what you put out there. No, Nintendo ambassadors content isn't controlled by Nintendo. That's false. You're full of crap. You know what I'm saying? If someone says, "Oh, Nintendo, they announced," like if they announced Pokken Tournament and they're like, "Oh, they announced the wrong Pokemon game," I'm like, no, that's just speculation. We could still get a Pokemon game being announced. And no, announcing Pokken Tournament, obviously looking at these sales here, based on what Bandai Namco has said, based on what has happened, releasing Pokken Tournament on the Switch was a good idea. So no, you're full of crap. So that's what I do. I'll only call out tweets, not to be negative on things, but if someone says something that's super speculation to try to push as fact, I'll call that out every single time. I'll be like, no, that's not how it is. That's not how it is. And like I said, I don't sit here and bash PlayStation 4 and Sony, even though I have a ton of things. There are so many things that I dislike about Microsoft and Sony systems. Which I've talked about a little bit on my channel. I've talked about a few times in certain videos, but you don't see me tweeting every single day. You don't see me going on videos and talking about it every single time. You don't see me commenting everywhere, complaining about Microsoft and Sony systems. It's like the same people doing the same thing every single time, but whatever. J85. Shout outs, man. Got a Fire Nation. Got a Fire Nation follow. Alex Fernandez 182 over there on Twitch at the Fire Nation with the follow. Thank you so much, homie. Do appreciate that. Build it up strong. Also, we've got J85 donated $7. That's too much after Christmas. You gotta stack your chips up after Christmas. J85 donated $7 through Super Chat, and he says that the Nintendo Switch is the new era Super NES. And based on what's happened so far, based on the games that are coming next year with the RPGs from third party, Project Octopath, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Valkyria Chronicles, and more that's coming. We're going to see Yokai Watch. We're going to see Inazuma 11. We're going to see a lot more RPGs. I'd have to say, yeah, it's lining up to be the new Super Nintendo, outside of a few other factors from like other major, I guess, third-party developers. But what people usually associate Nintendo with when it comes to the Super Nintendo, it's RPGs. It's like, yes, Nintendo had a bunch of great action, adventure, there's all sorts of games. But whenever people talk about like Super Nintendo, it's like, yo, what was the best thing about Super Nintendo? Like, yo, the RPGs. Yo, Breath of Fire, Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore, you know, Lufia, whatever the case is. So just like a ton of RPGs. Even like if you want to get super hardcore, like some people hated this game, but the Seventh Saga, that game was kind of like, I wouldn't say it was like Demon Souls before, or Dark Souls before Dark Souls or Demon Souls, but it kind of had that edge to it. Like the Seventh Saga kind of had like that hardcore RPG, like you can go somewhere and just get destroyed and you didn't know, like, hold up, I just went to this area right here, this monster just destroyed me and I can't run away. Okay, you're dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I didn't save in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, Seventh Saga had that type of feel to it. A lot of people don't remember that game. Any of you guys in the comment section, you guys remember Seventh Saga at all? That game was dope. Sony always wins, baby. I heard ARMS isn't being updated anymore. That's false. ARMS is being updated. It's gonna get new balance patches. It's not getting any more new like fighters, but it will be getting balance patches and like content like fixes, like bug fixes and balance patches and all of that. So yeah, it's still getting that. And I made a video on it, Reggie. Check out my videos. I always comment on, if you're ever confused or you want to know the news on something, go on my channel, pull up my windows, this is what you do, guys. If you guys are confused on something and maybe you don't know where to find the best news on things, pull up my channel, go to the videos section, look at all the videos, and then just look at the thumbnails or just look at the titles. You'll be able to see everything right then and there, especially if it's something as big as like ARMS not getting any more new fighters and all that. I always cover all the big Nintendo news, so just make sure you go on my page. You'll pretty much get what you need. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Let's see here. Heavenly Cuban says, anyone that doesn't have a Switch has a problem. Whoa, what? Especially if you're a gamer to art. Well, I mean, look. Switch isn't going to be for everyone. I mean, obviously, like 3DS isn't for everyone. But the Switch, it's not going to be for everyone. Some people are not going to want to play that style of games or the games that are on there. But I personally feel that the Switch has done so many good things, even with its flaws right now. It has done so many good things, and it has so many good games. It's definitely worth owning, obviously. But that's just, that's just my opinion on the matter here. But yo, shout outs to Jay for that $7 donation through Super Chat. I appreciate that, homie. Oh, shout outs to Flip. Dude, what is with these small? I think it's because of the text. Why my picture comes out small. I like the picture that, like, you see Link and he's like, the rupees come down. I don't know how to fix that, guys. Maybe I need to blow everything up, then just redo everything. Man, that's horrible. Anyway, shout outs to Flip with the Flip999 with the $10 donation. Says, because of you, I bought Xeno 2 and just started playing. Thank you. Yo, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, if you just started playing Xeno 2, you're gonna have a blast. Xeno 2 is so fun. There's some issues here and there with the game, but overall, it's so good. I don't even care. It's just amazing. So yes, I'm glad that you bought it because of my recommendation. I do appreciate that. You're probably like the 300th person at this point that has told me that, hey, whether it's through email or personal message or Twitter, yo, OJ, I bought Xenoblade because of you, and I thank you so much for it. So yeah, man, it's an amazing game. Good to hear that you're liking it. Shout outs, man. Let's see here. What other comments you guys got? I don't think ARMS fans should worry. They shouldn't worry at all. I mean, I think it has enough content to where it's good. Balance patches and updates, that's fine. I mean, it doesn't... Games don't need to be updated with DLC for like 3 or 4 years. I mean, it's fine the way it is. Just balance it out even more. It's all about the ARMS then. There's already tons of ARMS in the game anyway. It's a full, complete experience, so I don't see why people are upset. In my opinion. But that's just my opinion, you know. I was actually really happy when Smash Brothers stopped getting DLC. I'm like, okay, that's enough. No more. I'm done. Although Smash Brothers has a lot more characters. Granted, Smash Brothers has a lot more content than ARMS. But, you know, ARMS, it's all about... It's not necessarily... It's about the character, but it's more about the actual ARMS. Like, that's what does the damage for you. I mean, yes, they have the little powers that they have, but they only all have one little thing. I mean, yeah, there's different, I guess, like, speeds and, like, dodge speed or movement speed. But overall, it's all about the actual ARMS. Like, if you're playing Ribbon Girl versus Ribbon Girl... That doesn't mean it's going to be equal. It's about the ARMS that you use, you know, whereas like Smash Brothers, if you're playing competitively, you know, if you're playing Bayonetta versus Bayonetta, it's Bayonetta versus Bayonetta. There's no other outside factors outside of the players. Whereas in ARMS, if you're playing Ribbon Girl versus Ribbon Girl, like I stated, that doesn't mean it's the same. It's not the same. It's not just player skill. It's the ARMS that you pick and the strategies that you imply with those ARMS. So you can have 2 Ribbon Girls and have completely different ARMS, which changes the matchup completely. Whereas no matter what, in Smash Brothers or any other fighting game, when you play competitively, the only thing that changes is like the player skill. Whereas ARMS, it's completely different. You know, it's based on what ARMS you're actually picking. You know, so and there's like I said, there's hundreds. There's so many of them. So I'm good. I still need to play more of that game. So I'm fine. I'm completely fine. Like I finally booted it up. I played a little bit of ARMS. Just to download the update and check out the Dr. Coil or whatever. So I did play a little bit of it, and I'm looking forward to maybe playing some more when I get some time. But Xenoblade just takes up everything. But shout outs once again to Flip999. Thank you so much for the donation, homie. I do appreciate that. Everyone in the chat, let him give him a. Can we get him a little flip? And also everyone else who's donated and sponsored as well. Can we get a little emojis? I'm really feeling it emoji. And also Smash Brothers. I mentioned Smash Brothers. So let's get a Smash Brothers emoji as well. Get both of those. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and let's move on. We talked about the salt with users. And like I said, apparently like Reset era users were talking about how some of them were talking about how they were upset with the Switch sales, which is complete... I hate to use this word, but complete damage control for their system of preference getting destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Because that's basically what it is. Because you know there's certain guys that are PlayStation 4 guys, you know, that are sitting there, that are PlayStation 4, and, you know, and they see that the PlayStation 4 is getting destroyed in Japan, and Japan's the only country that gives us actual numbers on a weekly basis. So, I mean, it's more of a talking point. And you see that the PlayStation 4 is getting destroyed by the Switch in Japan. So what do? Oh, I'm upset with the Switch. It should have done better. Like you kind of try to downplay the success of the Switch because you're upset that your console war stupidity is getting blown out. Like the Switch is blowing the PS4 out. Like I said, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like even if the sales were flipped around, I'd be fine with 67,000 Nintendo Switches or whatever. That's way better than the Wii U for the most part. Well, not during the holiday period. Wii U did better, but I'm just saying, like, you know, like if the Switch was just selling okay, if it was selling under the PS4 but still selling at a good pace, I'd be fine with that. I don't care if one beats the other or anything. It's just I just find it hilarious that they have to sit there and try to downplay selling 270,000 units, okay, in a week. Why are you going to sit here and downplay that? The Nintendo Switch in Japan has pretty much sold 1 million units, and it's not even like 1 million units already. I think it hit like 200K, then it had like 250K, then it had like, now we're at 270K. I mean, why downplay it? Like, I honestly don't understand that at all. I don't understand the downplaying of the Nintendo Switch sales. Oh, I'm upset. No, you're not upset. You're not upset at all. When has the PlayStation 4 sold 200 something thousand in Japan? Like, I can't even think of it since launch. Like when did they had a special edition Monster Hunter system? You had Dragon Quest. It still didn't sell 200,000 with Dragon Quest. So what? like I said, I'm not trying to hate on the PlayStation 4. I'm not trying to compare them or anything or say like one's better than the other or oh ha 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 Switch sold more. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying like these people out here trying to sit here like on Reset Era and on Gematsu sit here trying to ship, like, just give credit where credit's due. Every single time the PlayStation 4 crosses 70 million units, what do I say? Or it crosses a big milestone, 60 million, 65 million, 70 million. You give it its credit. You give it its credit and you move on. Like, it's just ridiculous, man. Shout outs to Jay85 once again with the donation. Donated $4 through Super Chat. He said, shout outs to all my Nintendo haters. Shout outs to all the Nintendo haters out there. Yeah, you know what I think it is? The more text I have on screen, like if you write a message and there's a lot of text, it's gonna make the picture smaller for some stupid reason. That's what I think is going down with it. That's what I think. So I'll have to adjust the text, the font size, in order for the picture not to be going down more. So yeah. So yeah. Game God says, "Are you doing the Spawncast soon?" I don't know. Usually John picks his guests like the day of, or like if someone can't make it, he'll like let me know. Like, but like he already has like regulars on there. Like Dreamcast Guy's a regular. Sean Long is more of a regular now, and then they also have one more person. And usually like they'll try to get somebody different or somebody new or something like that. So I mean, it's just like a little rotation system. So I might be on it, I might not. I mean, it's cool. If he calls me, it's cool. If he doesn't, it's cool. Either way, it's cool. Shout out to Spawnwave. Blackbound called Xenoblade unplayable, but he didn't say PUBG is unplayable. I don't care what he says. If he calls it unplayable, then let him call it unplayable. Obviously, it's not. So, I mean, he says lots of things. So there's. I don't know why you even care. Why do people even care at this point what he's saying? Who cares? He always has controversial takes just to be controversial. OJ, when do you think that things like Netflix and themes and wallpapers were going to come? 2018 at some point. I think it'll come with 2018. I'll get to questions in just a second, guys. Let's go ahead and get to the next topic here. So we had articles, we had videos, but we had mainly articles and people complaining. This was on N4G that Nintendo has delayed their online service. And when I first saw this, I was like, Nintendo has delayed their online service. And I read the articles, and it says apparently Nintendo has delayed their online services to fall 2018. But the horrible part about this is all of these journalistic websites and everybody's like everyone that was posting this, what did it delay it from? Nobody ever mentioned when it was delayed from. And you know what that usually tells you? That usually tells you that it was never delayed, okay? That they never had a set release date. They're just trying to create clickbait. That is clickbait, or they assumed that the Nintendo Switch Online, the paid online, was coming in early 2018 when Nintendo never announced a release date for the Nintendo Switch paid online. Now, the thing about it is that this came, if people don't know, this came from it came from a Nintendo Italy. Nintendo Italy updated their website to say autumn 2018 for the Nintendo Switch Online. But what people didn't understand is that it was just an error because all they did, because it was autumn 2017, all they did was put 2018 on there. It wasn't like they're, oh, we've got instructions, it's autumn 2018, let's put it in there. All they did was swap out the 2017 with the 2018, and then people literally like on Christmas Day took this, or Christmas Eve or something like that, took this and ran with it, and you have a bunch of angry comments, you got a bunch of shoddy journalism. Nobody's sitting here saying, oh, Nintendo officially announced the Nintendo Switch paid online for early 2018. I didn't read a single online article that gave proof or information that Nintendo actually, for real, had a release date set, then delayed it to autumn 2018. So that is bad journalism. That is horrible journalism. Destructoid had an article, and I'm like, whoa, Destructoid and WCCF Tech or whatever, they write silly articles all the time, so I kind of knew it coming from them. But no, there's been no delay for the Nintendo Switch Online because the Nintendo Switch Online never had a release date in 2018. All it had from the very beginning was 2018. Now, if you assume that it was going to come in early 2018, then no, it was still not delayed. Just say that you assume that it might be delayed. You know what I'm saying? But no, Nintendo never had a release date set at all. So it was just kind of funny to see how bad, and how the people didn't edit their articles either. Like some of them are still up. It's just horrible journalism. And nobody's perfect, but you've got to at least, if you say something, usually when you're writing an article, like for example, let's see, what's a game that's been delayed before? So like, let's just say a game is delayed to December 2017. It was supposed to come out in March and it was delayed to December. Usually when you write that article, you're like, okay, this game has been delayed from its previously announced March 2017 release date to December 2017. These clickbaiting writers didn't say that in their articles because they probably realized that Nintendo never put a release date, or they assumed that, but they wanted the clicks. They wanted the revenue, so they continued. Because anytime, any writer, you always mention what it was delayed for, and then you always put a link to where it was announced, so you know, so your users know when it was announced and when it was delayed. This is standard practice for even the crappiest journalists, for the crappiest writers out there. You always state when it was supposed to come, and then the new release date. They did this with The Witcher. They did this with various other articles. You've seen it all over the internet. But for some reason, these same journalists, some of them, sat here and didn't do the same thing with this. They just said, oh, it's been delayed. Or maybe you can just say it's been delayed, I don't know, again, but they didn't say delayed again. You know what I'm saying? They just said it's been delayed, as it was supposed to become sooner than that, you know. So once again, bad journalism is bad journalism, and that was horrible journalism. And shout outs to the over or nearly 300 people watching. If you guys can smash that like button, let's see if we can get to 200 likes, and let's get us more trending on YouTube. I'm just getting going too. We're only 36 minutes in, and I feel like I can talk forever. I feel like I can talk forever. So yeah, man. So let's get to 200 likes on here, guys. Let's get to 200. Hulk wants to smash that like button. I know what you're talking about there. God, I like this stream. Game God says I like this stream. God, I hope you like my stream. Game God says the Game Gods up there. The Game Gods too. So yeah, guys, the Nintendo Switch Online was never delayed. It's coming 2018 at some point. That's pretty much the facts when it comes down to things. It's coming 2018. Plain and simple. But I don't understand the people that were angry. That's the thing I know. It's like, oh, Nintendo charged me for online sooner. I want online sooner. I want to be able to voice chat with people sooner. Oh, charge me for online. Like, I've never understood that. Like I said, it's probably a vocal minority. I guarantee you that most of the people who own a Switch will be like, I'll take free online in Discord and use Discord. I think the majority of people rather just have free online. You know what I'm saying? Like, the majority of people, because games are already expensive enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at the Switch, games are already expensive. The system is somewhat expensive, you know, whatever the case is. Like, I mean, it's not a small amount of money, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like a super large amount of money. But it all adds up, right, guys? When you're buying games, $60 a pop, whatever, it all adds up. Being a gamer isn't super cheap unless you wait forever for things. So I just don't see the rush to get Nintendo to charge us, to give it to where we have to give Nintendo more money. Like, let them get it right. You know what I'm saying? They can delay it to 2019 for all I care, because I can message every single one of you guys, no problem, using a PC, using anything else. Like, I understand there's people that want those tools built in. I understand Microsoft and Sony has those. Dude, I completely understand voice chat. I understand all of that, and I understand how it should be on the system. But I'm just not in any rush to give Nintendo more money for stuff that I can already do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not in a rush. It's not like a new game. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like anything like that. It's a service that you can already use, that you can already access other things that can work just as fast, if not faster. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's Discord, you have voice chat, and you have messaging built right into Discord that you can have right there on your phone, or you can have right there on your PC, and you don't have to pause your game to do so. You don't have to go into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not only that, but you have easier invites to where anybody on any system could cross-game chat with you on your Switch or anything on Discord. Discord is just super easy, and like I said, it connects all communities, every single community on Switch, you'll only be able to voice chat against other Switch people for the most part once they do add voice chat. You know what I'm saying? So, and you can voice chat in any game. You don't have to be connected through the game peer to peer, or you don't have to throw a connection like an invite to that person and see if they get it and the thing. You know what I'm saying? Discord, you can send invites to anywhere, Twitter, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? So like, even for my PlayStation 4, like when I was playing Uncharted a lot, whenever I played with Ultra, or I played with, I think I only played with Ultra Uncharted. I think I played some other people too. We just used Discord because Discord was easier than me sending invites out to every. Okay, here's a party chat invite. Okay, you join in, and the voice quality on Discord is much better. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even use the party chat features on the PS4 and Xbox One, and I still don't use those. So I mean, for me, I'm just not in a rush to give Nintendo money for online, for voice chat and messaging when I message you guys and voice chat on Discord very easily, you know. So I'm not in any rush, you know what I'm saying? Like I can save my money. So the longer that they want to make sure that this online service is good and this online service is functional and we get more free online to where I can play Splatoon and not have to pay $20 to play Splatoon against you guys, because I can just use Discord and we can all go on there and I don't ever have to send invites to each person. Hey man, I'm okay with that. But there are some people that don't have Discord, that don't have their PC in the same room, that want to be able to voice chat, portable mode, whatever, not have to be hooked up to another thing. So I 100% get it from that angle. I'm just saying I'm not in any rush to give Nintendo, you know, my money. That's all. More of my money, you know, that's all. But yeah. I mean, it's gonna suck for the people who like free online, because like I said, there's a vocal minority of people who complain about the online, but I think there's plenty of people that are happy with free online and will take free online. Especially, I mean, with the Wii U, it was a harder pill to swallow with the Wii U because Discord wasn't here in most of the Wii U's heyday. That's the main thing. Discord wasn't here. Discord wasn't here in most of the Wii U's heyday, so people didn't have a way to effectively communicate. You know what I'm saying? Like, easily. Like, you had Twitter, you had other things. Like, you had Google Hangouts, but Google Hangouts was trash. We tried to use that, and, like, it's okay, but it's just not as good. Discord is easy. It's super easy, and it's on your phone. It's on your PC. It's on your tablet. I mean, it's just so simple to use Discord. It's so much better than Google Hangouts. It, like, crushes Google Hangouts. So for me, like, I was saying, like, oh, Nintendo, like, they need to do this. This was before Discord. You know, if Discord was around during the Wii U days, it would have been so much better for organizing things and putting stuff together, because now, like, I can manage a whole community through Discord, and it's super easy to do that. To voice chat with anybody, to send messages. I mean, heck, you guys have all sorts of conversations on Discord, wherever you guys are at, you know, fast, too. You don't have to pull up a menu or use an on-screen keyboard, you know, or use your, you know, stuff like that. So, it is what it is. But yeah, man. What up, G5? G5, how's it going, man? Thanks for coming out to the stream. Yo, we almost at 200 likes, though. One more like. Oh, heck yeah, 201. Let's go. Let's go. Shout-outs. I'm really feeling those likes, homies. I do appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Let me close my door, though. But, oh, my door is closed. Never mind. So yeah. So, basically, the main point is Nintendo Switch's online wasn't delayed. And no, like I said, I'm not trying to downplay the significance of online. Let me just make sure I say this, because then you're always gonna have people who try to twist things around. You know, damage controlling. Like, you always have people try to twist things around. So listen, I understand for the people who want all that stuff, it definitely needs to be in there. Nintendo needs to make sure that they get it done. Nintendo needs to make sure that it's on there and it's right. So if you're going to charge people for online, Nintendo, make sure that you have all of the features that people are looking forward to, like the voice chat. Make sure you have messaging and all of that. You know, just, I wish, personally for me, I wish there was an option to where I can just still get free online and I don't get that stuff. I'd be completely down with using Discord. But like I said, Nintendo needs to do it for those who aren't wanting to do that. So yeah. Where the heck is Morphe's Law and that MOBA beta that was announced? The MOBA beta is coming in 2018. That's more China or whatever the case is. And as far as Morphe's Law, I think Morphe's Law is going to be a 2018 title as well. 250 likes in the Elixir cartridge. I am not looking at cartridge at 250 likes. I am not. I am not. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into let's go ahead and get into user questions since we've talked about the two main topics here. We'll get into some user questions here. We did pretty good. 44 minutes. It's not bad at all. Usually it takes me about an hour and 20 minutes to get through like the topics, and then we get into questions like at around an hour and 30. So that's good. So if you guys have questions, put it down here, and I will be more than happy to answer them. So the first one is from Nin Twin Docs. Shout outs to Raw Gonzalez for the $2 donation as well. But I'll get to your question in just a second. Can you explain to me why the Smash community wants Melee HD? I feel like they only want it just for the speed and mechanics instead of Melee's actual content. Yeah, you're exactly right. You answered your own question. They want it for the speed. They want it for the speed and mechanics. They want it for the speed and mechanics. They don't, because Melee is a completely different game than like Smash 4. So that's the reason why they want it. They want it for the speed and mechanics. They want it for the competitive play, for all the different tech that you can do. Both games are completely fine operating side by side. So there's nothing wrong with that. Raw Gonzalez, shout outs Raw, and he said with the $2 donation, he says, what 3DS/Wii U ports you hope to show up on the Nintendo Switch? Tokyo Mirage Sessions, I would hope to come to the Switch. And really that's about it. Like from the Wii U, I don't really need anything else because they've already got Mario Kart. They've already got, like, if you're gonna technically count Legend of Zelda, they've already got Bayonetta 1 and 2. That's one I would have said was Bayonetta 1 and 2. So they've already got that. So really the only game would be Tokyo Mirage Sessions, because that game honestly needs it, like, really bad. That game needs a Switch port. I doubt they'll do it because of the sales, but you never know. So yeah, shout outs, man. I think I need to go over my changelog here. Oh yeah, also Raw Gonzalez also subscribed as well. So shout outs, man. You subscribed and donated in the same stream. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that, man. Shout outs, man. Everyone give him. I'm really feeling that, man. That's some dedication, dude. I appreciate that. Feeling that. Channel of Challenge. Which Nintendo franchise would you like to be revived? Eternal Darkness would be cool. I also think stuff like Golden Sun. I'd like to see Golden Sun back. Let's see. Avatar Renji. Do you think Pokemon Switch will be 2 versions or 1 version? It'll be 2 versions. Manuel Gonzalez says Xenoblade X he'd like to see on the Switch. Never played Melee, only played 64, Brawl, 3DS, and Wii U, and not Melee. You should play Melee, it's really good. Gene the Mean Bean. OJ, how likely do you see Nintendo actually making a Melee HD for the Switch, especially since that mod is getting around? The mod is going to be just like Project M. It's not going to be a big deal. People are still going to play Smash 4 competitively because that's where the money is going to be. In terms of Nintendo making a Melee HD, I don't see them making a Melee HD. I see them releasing Melee on Virtual Console. I see them doing that. Shin Alive says, I think there are still better games to buy before Xenoblade 2. That's your opinion. I disagree. Xenoblade 2 is absolutely worth the purchase and is fantastic. Solar 7 says, OJ, when do you think Nintendo will release those dark blue Joy-Cons that was leaked a while ago? Probably 2018. Maybe I think those are going to be with Bayonetta 2. Bayonetta 1 and 2, I think they're going to be released together. So yeah. Let's see here. How do I feel about Brawlout now? And I feel the same way about Brawlout as I did before. It's a 7 out of 10. It's a good game. Nice stopgap, but needs some updates in order to run a little bit better. In terms of single player, the multiplayer runs okay. Do you think Brawlout should focus on having a main cast of main indie games characters? Example, Isaac from Binding of Isaac. Do I think that? No, I don't think they should. I think they should focus on their own IP, because you don't want the whole game just to be like a super poor man's Smash Bros. I mean, I don't think it should focus on that, but I mean, having more indie characters is good. So the more indie characters they can get, but it should have unique characters. It should have brand new characters, and it should also have, you know, it should also have indie characters as well. It should have both. Let's see here. Andre says, what can Nintendo do to get Star Fox back to the promised land, especially after Star Fox Zero debacle? I don't know if there's anything they can potentially do. They basically just need to completely make a different type of Star Fox. I think that Star Fox needs to be like a hardcore co-op multiplayer like shooter, like where you can play single player with AI controlled, or you can play with friends, and it needs to be difficult. It needs to be hardcore, like intense Star Fox. Like take Star Fox 64, but make the graphics, like make them really good graphics, and then also no gimmicks, just play with your friends. I mean, maybe you have some tilt controls with the Pro Controller, you know, but make it just like a hardcore Star Fox story, like the same, like the characters, Falco, you have all those people, you can play with your friends, but then make it like you're fighting against Andross, and then, but like make it just like a new story, you know what I'm saying? Just make it like a new story in there. So I think that's what they can do. It doesn't need to be revolutionary or something like Breath of the Wild. It doesn't need to be anything like that. It just needs to basically be, you know, a great new Star Fox. And I have people right next to my door talking for some reason. I don't know why they're right next to my door talking. Don't know why, but anyway, let's see here. But that's my idea for Star Fox. Just a hardcore co-op, no online, no dogfights. Just focus on co-op. You get to control each one of those characters. Hardcore RPG or hardcore action rail shooter RPG mechanics. Like in between missions, you can buy new parts. You can upgrade those parts. You can find new areas with upgraded parts. Lots of replay value, unlockable characters, different scenarios. Just make it like Star Fox 64. Don't make it the exact same, but actually add a game around it. Don't just make it like the arcade where, like, basically, okay, you just get like a twin guns, and then when you get hit too much, then your twin guns disappears, and then like in between levels, what do you do in between levels? You do nothing in between levels in Star Fox. There's nothing to do. Like, you need to stop that. Make it, expand the scope of the game. Make it to where you can upgrade. It doesn't need to be an RPG completely, but make it to where you can upgrade, get new parts. Like, make it more of a game. Don't make it to where it's just shoot, 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 shoot. Okay, then we have a crappy little story like they've been doing for like the last however many times. So just do it like that. No on-foot segments. No on-foot segments. Just make it, like I said, a hardcore action adventure shooter with some light RPG elements in there. And I think people are going to be happy. And you can play with your buddies. I think people will be completely happy. Anywhere from 10 to 15 hours, tons of replay value, 40, 50 hours tops. I think people will be fine. Shout outs to Jumpmon with a $10 donation through Super Chat. It says, if the Switch has a virtual console, which would you expect? NES, Super NES, GBA, GN, or GCN, GameCube? I would expect all of those on the virtual console. Well, what we do know is that we're getting NES and Super NES games. That's what we do know. We'll see about GBA and GameCube and all that. We'll see about all that, but it would be nice. It would definitely be nice. Let's see if we can get to 250 likes, guys. Shout outs to all the people that are giving the likes. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate that. Excuse me. Shout outs to Jumpmon, though. I know you've been around for a long time. I appreciate the donation, Jumpmon. I'm really feeling that. Everyone in the chat, give Jumpmon some love for the donation as well. Thank you. Appreciate that, dude. Let me see all these other questions, because you guys, I spent too much on Star Fox. Can you go over how the Switch, Universal Wand, Elite Ninja Universal Wand says, can you go over how the Switch has nothing really coming for it in 2018? Exactly. Project Octopath, Valkyria Chronicles, Shin Megami Tensei, Yoshi, Kirby, Fire Emblem. Nothing. Nothing. Bayonetta 1 and 2. Absolutely nothing, guys. Nothing's coming for it. Let's see here. G5, Elite Ninja G5 says, do you think they will announce Dragon Ball FighterZ at the end of Nintendo Direct in January? People keep worrying that it won't come. People shouldn't worry that it won't come. People shouldn't worry that it won't come at all. And I think they'll announce it then. Maybe, maybe not. But am I confident that it'll come to the Switch? The chances of it, I'll say this. I can't say anything more, but the chances of Dragon Ball FighterZ not coming to the Switch at some point is less than 5%. There is, in my opinion, in my clear opinion, there's a 95% chance that Dragon Ball FighterZ is coming to Nintendo Switch. Now, whether I know more or not trying to say I do or not trying to say anything. All I'm trying to say is that I think there's a very small percentage chance that Dragon Ball FighterZ will not come to the Switch. After Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 sales, after Pokken Tournament sales, you have two fighting games which are selling extremely well on an install base that's nowhere near. You got two fighting games that are selling as good as the PS4 and Xbox One counterparts on an install base that's nowhere near those. I highly, highly, highly doubt Bandai Namco will miss the opportunity to port over that, considering the sales of those two other fighting games, Pokken Tournament and Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. But I wouldn't worry about other people worrying about stuff. Like, the internet worries about everything. They worry about the Switch. They worry about third party. They worry, and like, people don't understand is that you should never, ever, ever, ever worry about things that you can't control. Never, when it comes to gaming. Because all that leads to is arguments. All that leads to is stupidity. All that leads to is blind speculation to stupidity. And just Nintendo Switch, and it leads to Nintendo Switch haters. It leads to Tobies. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever argue and don't ever worry about things that you have literally almost no control over. Nintendo Switch owners went out there and bought the games that Bandai Namco put in front of us, fighting games. If Bandai Namco is too stupid to not release Dragon Ball FighterZ on the Switch after the sales of them, that's on them, okay? That's on them. That's not on any of us, all right? So I have my rule with that game. I said if Bandai Namco ever asked me to port bag any other time, like I will refuse to buy your game. I will refuse to buy their game until there's a Switch version. So unfortunately, they asked us to port bag again with Tekken. So therefore, my rule is, well, now I'll never buy Tekken, or I won't buy a Bandai Namco game until they announce a Switch version. So now they have to literally announce a Switch version for every single one of their games, or it doesn't get purchased. Because I warned them not to. I warned them not to tell us to port bag again, or me. You guys don't have to follow what I say. You guys don't have to follow what I'm doing. But I warned them not to. Like I said, you guys better not ask me to port bag. I said enough is enough. You ask me to port bag again, I'm done. I'm done. You know, I'm done. So they asked me to port bag again with Tekken 7, and out of respect for Hadara, I did not rip them a new one, but I am staying true to my word. So if Dragon Ball FighterZ doesn't come to the Switch, it's not being purchased at all. Like I said, there's plenty of games to play. I don't need to play Dragon Ball FighterZ. I don't need to play Dragon Ball FighterZ. It's not like Xenoblade to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to play it. Definitely don't need to play it. So I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't need to. Power Level Amy donated $1 through Super, or no, just $1 in general. I thought it was through Super Chat, but it wasn't. And it says, here is $1 to survive the incoming 2018 Toby attacks. Well, I do appreciate that. Toby's can be easily swayed, so $1 should be more than enough. So thank you so much. I do appreciate that, Power Level Amy. You're already Elite Ninja as well. Hopefully your holiday went well, Power Level Amy. I know you're working hard there. So hopefully everything went well for you. Let me get to the questions here. If we are getting Paladins, then at what point Overwatch should be on the? Then at that point Overwatch should be on the Switch. It's the same game, though different fan base. It does have competitive players. Yeah, mechanically they work different. But I mean, Overwatch, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. They can make a ton of money off of Overwatch on the Switch. Who doesn't want to play Overwatch portably? I do. That's the only way I would play it. I'm not playing Overwatch hooked up to a console. I'll play a couple rounds of Overwatch, probably portably lying down with with my daughter when she's watching her cartoons. But I haven't picked up Overwatch on the PlayStation 4 in forever because I don't feel like it. But if it was on the Switch, I'd probably just download it digitally. Because it's not a game that I'm going to play forever anyway. So I'd probably just get it digitally and or probably just get a review code and I'll pick it up every now and then. I'm play it, but whatever. Whatever's whatever. Let's see here. Any other questions, guys? Jeff, the Christian gamer, says OJ dropping that real life philosophical advice. Yeah, it's definitely never worry about other people worrying. That's ridiculous. Like I said, I was driven out of my house on New Year's Eve with a water leak. That's super expensive, and I was like, oh well. At least it could have been worse. At least the leak wasn't in my house. At least we had a good Christmas. At least my daughter, who just got showered with gifts. At least my daughter can have Christmas, and get presents. When I was a kid, I mean, we had Christmas every year in terms of just like the holiday. But in terms of presents, I didn't get presents every single year for Christmas. So I'm happy that we're able to provide my family, all of us, we're able to provide my daughter with Christmas every single year. So I'm thankful for that, A water leak is nothing. People would be pissed. Like when I told someone, they're like, man, you got a water leak. Aren't you mad? It's Christmas. I'm like, nah, not really. I'm good. Just get it fixed, move on. So yeah, never worry about other people worrying. That's stupid. So dumb. Hey, what's up, Miss Velvet? How's it going? Or sorry, Velvet. How's it going, Velvet? Thanks for coming out to the stream. It's good to see that you're back here. Mega Geek 6807 says, "Do you think we could see Fortnite on the Switch?" Dr. Trey is saying that Fortnite could be coming to the Switch based on some LinkedIn profiles he's watching. And if you guys aren't subscribed to Dr. Trey, go subscribe to Dr. Trey. The man, he deserves more subscribers. I think a lot of people deserve more subscribers, you know, but if anybody deserves more subscribers, I say it's Dr. Trey. So go subscribe, type in Dr. Trey, look at his actual video, his actual channel, and go subscribe to him. But yeah, he has some good information on Fortnite coming to the Nintendo Switch. So go check out what he has to say there. Let's see here. Shin Alive says, "How heavily is Capcom being money-handed by Sony, you think?" Heavily. A good amount. Not like crazy, but good. A good... Sony's definitely filtering money to Capcom. I mean, Capcom licensed Devil May Cry for a Chinese mobile game. That's what Capcom will do for money. I mean... So, yeah. El Chupacabra, the legend, says, "Do you think the Nintendo Switch has no third-party games? Calm will die after all the games that we get in 2018. The Nintendo Switch has no third-party games is just, it's a vocal, small, very, very tiny, minuscule trolling community online that say that obviously the Nintendo Switch has good third-party games. And that's fact by what the third-party developers have been saying. But will it die down? No, it won't die down, because until the Switch is exactly like the PS4 and Xbox One or PC and gets every single third-party game in the exact same quality, when you have the pixel counters counting every single area, until it's a clone system, it'll never die down, because there'll be some games and some developers that just don't want to put games on the Nintendo Switch, or they have to wait, or it's like a later port like Wolfenstein, you know. So no matter what, you're always going to have people that say stupidity, which is fine. Let them be stupid. These people can be stupid all they want to. Don't worry about them. Let's go and see more of this questions here. Shout outs for the link to Dr. Trey's. Is that Dr. Trey's channel? I think, yeah, you linked Dr. Trey's channel. Yeah, shout outs to Dr. Yeah, go subscribe. T-Dude just linked Dr. Trey's channel. I'll go ahead and link it again as well. Guys, go subscribe to this man. Go subscribe to this man, because he gets way too many haters on his channel. A lot of his hate, I think the haters on his channel bring down his algorithm, so it sucks, because he should have more subscribers, but his algorithm's trash because of all the haters. I have soldiers we can fight. Is that Chuckle Cheese? This man's name is Chuckle Cheese. That's a cool name. Chuckle Cheese. OJ, when do you think Falcom will release a game on the Nintendo Switch? I don't know. When will pigs fly? I don't know when. I think Falcom is looking to get exclusive deals with Sony, or already has one. In my opinion, they're being ridiculous. The president of Falcom is being absolutely ridiculous. His thought process is so like blinded towards Sony. Like, he's either trying to get money from them, he's trying to set up exclusive deals. This man mortgaged the future of his franchise to not have Cold Steel, Legend of Heroes on a portable system. This man is ridiculous. Oh, where's all the gamers at? It's the PlayStation 4. Oh, don't mind that PS Vita that's portable that's losing in sales to the Nintendo Switch. All the gamers are on the PS4. Like, get the hell out of here, dude. Like, I'm so done with that Falcom guy. He's like literally being a fanboy as a president of a company. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here. I'm sick of him. Alonzo Vine says, what do you think of the N64, or sorry, of the 64 GB game cartridge rumors that are going around? I already have a video that's coming up on it, and I don't know what to think on that, because developers aren't even using 32 GB cartridges now. So if it's delayed to 2019, then it's delayed to 2019. Like, who cares? That's the whole philosophical part. Like, if that happens, then it happens. I go, oh no 64 GB cards. Like, then it happens. And the people who want to put 64 GB cards on there, then they have to wait to release their games. Oh well, move on. Buy a different game. There'll be games that are 32 GB. There'll be games well underneath 32 GB. Buy those games in the meantime, because there will be other games, and move on. And then when the 64 GB cards are ready, when the 64 GB cards will be ready, then people can buy the games then. I mean, it's it's nothing. Some people were trying to make it into a big deal, but it's not. But it's not, because one, it's still somewhat of a rumor. It can't be verified by anything outside of that. But I also have, like I said, I have a video coming up on it, so you guys can check out that video. That'll be up at, I think that video will be up, when will that video be up? It'll be up at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So 9 a.m. PT, that is 12 p.m. ET. Central Time, that is 11. Central Time, 11. If you live in Europe or whatever, like add 7 hours or something like that to the PT time, or 8 hours or whatever the case is. So yeah, I have a video on it, but yeah, not a big deal. A company boss should not be a fanboy. Well, when you're trying to get money, I guess. When you're trying to get money, yeah, but hey. Politically Incorrect says, do you think... Oh, hold up. We got some donations here. Daniel Espinoza donated $2 through just regular $2. Shout out to Daniel Espinoza. Thank you so much. Everyone in the chat, please make Daniel Espinoza. Give him some I'm really feeling it. Any of the PE Ninja out there, give him some really feeling it emojis. Shout out to Daniel Espinoza. Thank you so much for the $2 donation, homie. Sorry that it took me a while. You donated 7 minutes ago. Sorry about that, man. Just missed it. So thank you so much for the donation. Do appreciate that. After Christmas funds always help. Politically Incorrect's question says, do you think Game Share is coming anytime soon? I have 2 Switches and want to buy 2 game copy. And buying 2 game copies sucks. I don't think Game Share is coming anytime soon, but I think maybe you can have your profile on multiple systems and you can transfer the ownership. I mean, I don't know how they're going to do that. Maybe that'll come with the online, maybe it won't. But yeah, you're right. Like if you have 2 systems and having to buy 2 games, yeah, that does suck. But I will say, obviously, buy physical as much as you can. If you have 2 systems and you know you're gonna be wanting to swap between the systems, whatever you do, buy physical. Buy physical, buy physical, buy physical. And if a digital game comes out, ask the developer if they're going to do physical. Because like some people went out there and rushed out and bought Overwatch, or not Overwatch. Overcooked Special Edition, and then that game's coming physical. Rocket League coming physical, you know. So so yeah, if you're one of those people to where you have multiple systems, always wait for digital games, or ask the developers if they're going to have a retail, because they'll usually tell you like, oh yeah, we might have a retail, or yeah, the plans are being finalized, you know, or whatever the case is. So like for example, like Runner 3, you know, Runner 3 is coming physical, so buy that physical, you know, like. Which there have been a number of eShop games that are physical, but not, of course, obviously, there's way more digital. So yeah, man. What company is Falcom president of? Falcom? Falcom is the name of the company, Nihon Falcom, and there's a president for Nihon Falcom. What is up? I think that's Hiragana that I cannot read. What's up, dude? People making Switch rumors into a big deal? No way. Yeah. It's I guess it's somewhat of a deal. I mean, obviously, like if there's a big game company, I mean, I would think that, yeah, there's some game companies that want 64GB cartridges, but how expensive are those? I wouldn't think there's a lot. And like I said, a lot of developers aren't even using 32GB cartridges. So maybe Nintendo's plan was for most developers 16GB cartridges or lower. 2018 32GB cartridges or lower, and then 2019 64GB cartridges. So we'll see. Okay, so C-Car says go with personal plus share accounts. Buy your share games and DLC on the share accounts. Okay, so I guess you can do it somehow on the Switch. Sooner or later the Vita will be out of the market. The Vita already is out of the market. you can't buy a PS Vita in America in stores. Like in most stores, unless you go to specialty stores, and they're all used. Like if you go to Walmart, if you go to Best Buy, there's no PS Vitas. You can buy them on Amazon. You can buy them on like I said, specialty retail stores or online retailers. The PS Vita is already discontinued in like many different places in terms of retail chains. It's already out of the market. So yeah. Politically Incorrect says his favorite thing about the Switch is the Joy-Cons. Playing split Joy-Con is super comfortable. Absolutely. Shout out to Nintendo Brad for the subscription. Thank you so much, Nintendo Brad. I do appreciate that. Everyone in the chat, please make this man Nintendo Brad feel very welcome to the village. All right, Reggie Fiza. Reggie Fiza, man. See you later, man. Give us Mother 3. Just give us Mother 3, please. Oh, let's see here. Vortex of Absence says being a mod in this chat would be a dream come true, at least to me. Maybe one of these days, dude. Maybe one of these days. Follow me on Twitter. If you're on, follow me on Twitter first. Send me a message on Twitter. I gotta talk. We can talk. Walkable farmer. Is that walkable farmer? Oh, Flamer. Tony, I heard you broke your arm. Are you all right? You broke your arm, Tony? Yikes. Hopefully you're okay, dude. Liquid Metal says, Player Essence, if 2018 is going to kill the Switch, will you apologize to Rerez? Give me a second, guys. Give me 1 second.
If I'm wrong on the Switch, yes, I will apologize to Toby. Business Toby will personally extend his sincerest apologies to everyone. Everyone out there. Rerez, everyone. Business Toby will send you a personal card, gift card, packages, Nintendo Switch games, straight to your door. If I'm wrong, if that idiot OJ is wrong, Business Toby, well, we're like casual Toby at this point, will send all of you guys Nintendo Switch games for life. So, yeah, yes. So to answer your question, yes, Business Toby or casual Toby, one of the two, will send them Switch games to make up for it. So yes, to answer your question, yes, I will apologize greatly. Bye.
That guy's a trip, huh? Oh, man. So, yeah. There you go. He answered your question, so hopefully that answers your question. Yo, casual Toby. Casual Toby. It's that trippy Toby mask. Oh, no, it's that trippy looking mask. Yo, you guys know, yo, this mask is so high quality. I know it's hard to tell from like here. This is my brother said he could tell. But this mask, like if you look at it, like it's not like just like a plastic. Like this is the best Toby mask I have ever seen. It is like super high quality. It's nice and padded on the inside too. It's really nice. I like it. And it's like I said, it was only like $20. I was like shocked on the quality of the mask, like for 20 bucks. So it was super good. So yeah, my Toby mask. I'm looking at probably getting some other Toby masks or like not some other Toby masks, but like maybe like a different style. Like because this one's a little bit small, but overall it's still pretty good. I like it. Although it's like no matter what you do when you talk into this mask, you're going like whenever I do that voice, I spit. I can't stop myself from spitting. So anytime I'm done, like after I was done doing my first Business Toby video, there was like just like so much like spit on the inside of this mask. Like, it was like ridiculous. I have to get my little towel here and wipe it off because I cannot not do that voice and not like literally like spit, especially when I have the mask on because it's harder to talk with this mask because it's literally covering your mouth. So you have to kind of like force out the words. You have to kind of like yell kind of. You know, so no matter what, it's like spit into the mask. But yeah, either way, it's a fun mask. I like it. Good for the price. One of the best purchases I've ever made. Toby owns Ubisoft. Confirmed. Will you do something funny if a big announcement is made during the next direct? I mean, probably. I always do funny things here and there. So at least I try. At least. Excuse me. Yeah. You could play a goalie in ice hockey with that. Yeah, you could. You could. It is that. It's that high of quality. Actually, I would think it's literally like the best quality mask I have seen. It reminds me of like a professional grade like mask. Like if someone will say, "I'm gonna make you a great like cosplay mask," you know, like it reminds me of that because it's like I said, it's like super high quality. Like the details and everything. It's the best Toby mask that I've seen. The only thing that I would be, I guess, is kind of low quality. I mean, it's hard to see. Like when you look at it, you can't. But like maybe like the little silver things right here. But you have to have that because it bolts this in. But anyway, give me a second, guys. Somebody's knocking on my door. Yes. What's up? Oh, the TV stopped working? Oh, okay. Sorry about that, baby. Here you go. Just press OK on here. Press OK.
It just have the squares on it.
Oh, okay. Hey, guys, give me just 1 second. I gotta put my daughter's TV on for her. Okay. We are back. We're back, boys. No, the TV's not malfunctioning. If any of you guys have Netflix, Netflix, whenever you leave the TV, like if you don't press anything, it'll say, "Are you still watching?" And then it'll just like pause. It'll pause it after like 4 episodes of Shark and Ziggo. It'll pause it. And it'll just say, "Are you still watching?" So you have to press OK for it to continue. You know, on Netflix. So whatever. But anyway, chair boys. Quincent Satoris says, "OJ, what 3 games would you like to see on Switch that you'd be hyped for?" I don't know, man. Bayonetta, dude, Bayonetta 3 is coming. Bayonetta 3, but I mean, if I had to pick 3 games, I talked about Bravely Default. I would really like Bravely Default. I'm a big, you guys haven't seen my video, big Bravely Default fan, obviously. So Bravely Default, I'd like to see a port of Tokyo Mirage Sessions. That would be great. And I'd also like to see, like, if we were to throw in a third-party game or something in there, maybe something like, I don't know, like Sword Art Online or like Code Vein or something like that. I mean, but to be honest, guys, I don't even have the time to play all the games that come out. So, like, I mean, people always talk about games and what should come to Switch. I mean, I want all games to come to Switch. I think everything should, but I'm just being realistic. Like, you know, I just don't have time to play everything. Shout outs to Nintendo Brad for the $5 donation. He didn't put a message, though. So, Nintendo Brad, if you want to put a question, I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have. But thank you so much, Nintendo Brad, for the $5 donation. Everyone in the chat, please give some love to Nintendo Brad for that. Also, so we got subscriptions as well. Benjamin Robinson subscribed. Neko A, Star Sims Universe also as well. So we got some new Ninja to the Village. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate that. Really feeling the subscriptions and also the donation as well. Thank you so much, Nintendo Brad. I appreciate that. So shout outs, man. So any other questions you guys have? Because this is the most efficient midweek essence I've ever had. I've answered a ton of questions. I've had to go fix something for my daughter. I've got through all the articles that we're going to talk about. I've acted dumb like I usually act. So yeah, this is very efficient, and we're at a minute. We're at an hour 18. So not bad at all. Not bad at all. Your thoughts on Okami HD sales? Like I said, it's not really a big deal. Some people are trying to turn it into one, but yo, that's like how many times have that game been? It's like the 3rd or 4th time that game's been released. I mean, how many times can you re-release a game? Like, you really re-release the same game, you can't expect the game to be selling a ton. It's a port. It's a port of a port of a port. They've ported the game over like 15 times now. I'm exaggerating, but no, I mean, you have the original Okami, and then you have Okami on the Wii, and then you have Okami on the PS3, and you have Okami. It's the fourth re-release of the game. Or the 4th release of the game. The 4th total release. It's the 3rd re-release. It's the 4th release of the game. Third re-release. So, Yeah, third re-release. So it's too much. Too much. Eduardo says, PlayerEssence, can you talk about the approach on Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Season Pass and why it is $30? It seems a little expensive to me. I don't know why you'd say it's expensive. Do you have all the content in the Season Pass? Do you know all of the content that's... I mean, they laid out that you get a brand new story expansion. You get a bunch of different items and everything. There's a bunch of stuff in there. So, I mean, I don't know how I could lay it out any differently than Nintendo lays it out. You have a story expansion, and you have a bunch of stuff that you're getting throughout 2018. You get items, you get a brand new story, you get all that. So it's up to you whether you want to pay for it or not. If you don't want it, then don't buy it. I mean, I don't understand why people are worrying about the price of a season pass. Like, the game already gives you hundreds upon hundreds and hundreds of hours. We don't even have the content yet. So it's kind of early to say that it's not worth it when you don't have the content. Now, if you like Xenoblade and if you trust Monolith Soft, then you know that the content is worth it. So for me, I love Xenoblade. I trust Monolith Soft that it's going to be worth my $30 for the expansion and the items that they give me. So I give them the $30. Now, if you don't trust them and you don't see the content that's there, you don't have to buy it right now. You can wait till all the content is available, and then you can buy the season pass. Or you can opt not to buy it at all, because the game already gives you literally, you can spend 400, 500 hours in this game with the content that's in there. At the minimum, you can spend 100 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, the story's going to take you at least 60 to 70. That's just minimum, not even like power leveling at all. So it's up to you. If you feel that it's worth it, then you buy it. If you don't feel that it's worth it because the content's not there, then don't buy it. You can always get it when it releases, or if it's not worth it to you at all, then it's not worth it. It's completely optional. So yeah, and that's why I've never been a big fan of people like that say, oh, well, this season pass isn't worth it in a game that already gives you 100+ hours of content. It's like, what does it matter if it's worth it or not? Like, the game already gives now if a game has like a 10-hour campaign, and oh, we got a season pass for you, then I'm like, okay, hold up here. You know, if the game is lacking content and then they do a season pass, like Evolve, you know what I'm saying? Like, Evolve has all this DLC, that game that came out on the PS4 and Xbox One. Evolve has all this DLC, and the game barely has any content in it. Then okay, then yeah, that's an issue. You know what I'm saying? But like Xenoblade, it's like it has a ton of content, so it's up to you. You can buy it or you cannot. You know, me, I bought it because I already know they're gonna make the story in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is amazing. And I already know that story expansion, like when we get that in the fall 2018, is going to be amazing. So that's the reason why I bought it. And also they give you rare core crystals, and they give you a legendary crystal. And they give you items, and I wanted those items too. They give you overdrive protocols as well. Like I wanted the items. So yeah. T-Dude says, do you think Monolith Soft Takahashi should hire designer Nomura in creating a new JRPG for the Switch, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 or X2? No, because Nomura works for Square Enix. He doesn't work for Monolith Soft. And no, he doesn't need Nomura to make Xenoblade Chronicles 3 or X2. Nomura can't even finish the games that he's been put on. So why do we need him for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 or X2? Nomura... People need to understand this about Nomura. Nomura, in my opinion, he's an amazing artist. He's an amazing artist, and that's kind of where it ends with me and Nomura. He's an amazing artist, and he has some good visions and ideas for games. But in terms of producing, keep him away from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Keep him away from Xenoblade. Keep him away, or we will never... This game will take 15 years to come out, man. This game will take forever to come out. So yeah, man. I mean, look, Nomura's awesome. Don't get me wrong. The dude's an amazing artist, though. I think that's where... If you can have Nomura just focus on, like... Oh, shout-outs. New sponsor. Yo, shout-outs to the new sponsor. We'll get to that in just a second. But if you can have Nomura just... do art and then kind of give his ideas, I think that's where Nomura's at his best. Producing, co-producing. Where's Kingdom Hearts at, my guy? This man was on PlayStation stage 5 years ago. 5 years ago. talking about Kingdom Hearts 3. 5 years ago. Xenoblade Chronicles X. Xenoblade Chronicles X. Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. And Xenoblade Chronicles 2 have all launched in between that time period. 3 Xenoblade games. Keep that man away from Xenoblade in producing the game. If he wants to hire him freelance for art or designing characters, go right ahead. More than happy to have Nomura on board. I love Jin. I love Malos. Those are great design characters. Great. Like, you can tell that they put some Square Enix. They had some Square Enix or Final Fantasy DNA, especially Jin. Jin had some Final Fantasy DNA in him. Absolutely love Jin. Absolutely love Malos. I think those are one of the two of the best design characters in the game. But man, keep him away from producing. Keep him away. But shout outs to Mr. Okaze. Is it how do you say that? Ukaze? Mr. Ukaze with the sponsor. Really do appreciate that. Thank you so much, Mr. Ukaze. Everyone in the chat, please give this man some shout outs. Welcome into the village. Brand new elite ninja joining the Jonin ranks of a sponsor. So thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. Really helps out the channel in terms of visibility, of course, in terms of funds coming in. So I appreciate that, man. And I'm glad that you enjoy the content enough that you would hit that sponsor button. So thank you so much. I do appreciate that. The first pronunciation was okay. Okay, so Mr. Ukaze. All right, shout outs, man. Thank you so much, Mr. Ukaze. I do appreciate that. I know I want to hear some more opinions. How long does it take for him to make a game? It takes it takes Takahashi 10 years to make a game. No, I'm joking. 10 years to make a game. No, I'm joking. It just takes him a while, man. It takes him a while. Hamster wants 800 arcade archives on the Nintendo Switch. Thoughts? It's great. That's great, man. That's cool. If they want to put some more on there, that's great. So yeah, man. I probably missed some questions. Here's Nintendo Brad says, do you think Nintendo's online will be detailed in this rumored Nintendo Direct next month? No, I don't think it will be. Because Nintendo never details online and stuff. Nintendo didn't detail online initially. They did it in their presentation, but they didn't really give a ton of details. They actually gave more details on the online afterwards, on the website. And then later in a post, when it was delayed, they just put it out there. So I don't think Nintendo's going to really detail it, like go in depth with online at Nintendo Directs. Mr. Ukaze says, for all your efforts and and no nonsense channel, OJ. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that, Mr. Ukaze. Thank you. Let's see here. Duke Nukem Forever. Yeah, that game, what was that, like 20 years or something? Vortex of Abstinence. PlayerEssence, do you think do y'all like Dark Souls? When I was younger, I liked Dark Souls. I think when I was in college, I liked Demon Souls. I beat Demon Souls. I still have the original PS3 game. I played a little bit of Dark Souls, or I played more than a little bit of Dark Souls. I think I put like 50 hours into the original Dark Souls on the Xbox 360. But then my life just got too complicated. I had a kid, I had my daughter, and Dark Souls doesn't appeal to me anymore. But if I was single and could play games all day and just work on the website, then just play games all day, I'd probably be into Dark Souls. But I don't have time to be dying over and over and over and over again, you know. So yeah. Pokemon is life. 15 says, will Nintendo ever go third party? No. J loves dollar money. I like that name. What do you think about Nintendo 64 gigabyte game card coming out 2019? It's not truth. It's a rumor. And I've already talked about it. It's whatever. Who cares? We don't even have games with 32 gigabyte cartridges yet, so we're getting way ahead of ourselves. It's not a big deal. OJ, what unannounced game would you like to see in the upcoming Direct? I don't know. I think I've talked about various games, games. I don't care. I'm just trying to enjoy Xenoblade 2. Question, how does one become a sponsor? One becomes a sponsor by simply clicking this link right here that I'll be putting in the chat. Click this link, and you can hit the sponsor, and it'll take you over to the YouTube gaming page, and then you click the green button that says, or not, it's not a green button. You just click the button, and it'll say sponsor. It'll be in the top, or you can sponsor. There should be a button on the chat, like in the chat log. There should be a green sponsor button as well somewhere on this actual page. There should be a green sponsor button as well. On my page, it actually says it's right next to it's on the same line as the like and dislike bar. I don't know what it is for you guys' pages though. So, I mean, so yeah. No problem. I want Arena of Valor for Switch, 10 cents. Yeah, it'll probably come out next year. Skitbit Production says, "What Nintendo game would you like to see get the HD treatment?" Yeah, I talked about this already on my channel or in this same video. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, probably be the game that I'd like to see the HD treatment. Or do you mean like older game? I think you mean like older game, because Tokyo Mirage Sessions is already in HD. Okay, so I think you're talking about older game. That's not in HD. Third party game I'd like to see like Red Steel 2. I think Red Steel 2 like HD or Red Steel 2 would be great. In terms of first party or like first party, whatever, Bravely Default HD remake, that'd be great. Do you think Tokyo Mirage Sessions Dancing All Night game would work like Persona games? It would probably be the exact same thing. I'm wondering why they don't do that. They probably should. J2 Blue. What up, J2 Blue? Haven't seen you here in a while. Hey, OJ, do you think Retro Studios game will be revealed next year at E3? I personally don't think we'll see it in the unannounced direct. Well, the direct is a rumor, but yeah. It could be. It could be at the direct. There's really no way of telling at this point. They've been working on it for a while. I think at this point they can show it anytime they want. It's not like it's not going to be ready till E3. I think they could show it. I think they can show it this year if they wanted to, but it's just one of those things, man. Just one of those things. Yeah, no problem, J Love Dollar. No problem at all, man. Should I buy SteamWorld Heist? If you like turn-based action or turn-based RPGs that procedurally generated with different types of scenarios, yeah, I would buy SteamWorld. Buy it. Yeah, should definitely buy it. All right, so I'm going to answer a couple more questions. We're at the hour 30 mark, which is where I like to stop these at, just so people can watch them in a somewhat timely fashion. So I'll answer a couple more questions, and then we'll wrap this one up. Alicio Blanco says, do you think we'll see an F-Zero game? Yes, I think we'll see F-Zero. I think we'll see F-Zero announced sometime in 2018 or 2019. Anime fan on prom night. Wow, I'm very good. Like, okay, I don't know. I think that's just a statement. Okay. Play Nintendo X. New Smash Bros. Switch or Wii U 3DS port. What do you think? I think we're going to get a super deluxe version of Smash 4. So, like, it's almost like it's new, but then it's not. Genuevo says, see ya, OJ. Pleasure as always. Definitely. See you later, dude. Gene the Mean Bean says, OJ, going back to the Switch sales for a second, do you think the sales will just continue to climb up to 300K or plateau at around 250? Well, it was above 250, so I think you meant plateau like around, I don't know, 270? I don't know what you're trying to say. Or you think it'll go back down? But will it get to 300K? If the stock is there, it will. It just depends on the stock. We'll have to wait and see. It might. I think next week, I think we could see 300K. Anyways, gotta go. Take it easy, Jumpman. El Chupacabra says, what do you think Sakurai will be working on next? Kid Icarus, that's what I think. Christian R, do you think we'll see Code Vein on Switch at some point? Maybe. Depends on how it sells, I think, on this PS4 and Xbox One. Have a good evening, OJ. Thank you. I will have a great afternoon as well. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Tried to answer as many questions. Thank you so much for the sponsors, donations. You guys are awesome. Really, that really does help out. I really do appreciate that, guys. And I will be working on more content for you guys. Like I said, I've got another video that's being uploaded at 4 p.m. my time. So you guys will get that at 4 p.m. my time. And you guys will have two videos, one at 4 a.m. my time, that's PT, and then another video at 8 a.m. my time, or sorry, 9 a.m. my time as well. Those videos are being worked on right now. So we're going to always have continuous content for you guys, minimum of 4 videos a day, plus live streams and all that. Look forward to PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo on Friday, and then on Thursday we also have PE Arena. And I really want to get more people out for PE Arenas. I know you guys necessarily don't like watching people play games as much, but it's a nice discussion. So if you can make it to my PE Arenas, and if we can average around 100 people at PE Arenas where I play Mario Kart or I play Splatoon, that would be great. So I kind of want to work on getting more people coming out to the gameplay live streams, because you guys can ask me a million questions then. You guys can it's like a whole big old long Q&A session. You guys can ask a bunch of questions. It's a hangout. You guys can come play games. Mario Kart, anybody can join in. Splatoon has to be kind of sponsors or Patreons. But if we play Mario Kart, you guys are all welcome to join in Mario Kart. So yeah, if you guys can come out to those, if we can get about 100 people or so out to that, that'll be tomorrow around 4:30 my time PM, 4:30 my time for PE Arena, and we'll have a vote on Twitter whether it's Mario Kart or Splatoon. So look out for that as well. Follow me on Twitter if you want to vote on that. But Mario Kart, just letting you guys know, if it's Mario Kart, more people get to play, because I'll put the code in it's a tournament, so anybody can just hop in, and I'll announce the winners at the end of the stream. So yeah, so look forward to that. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate that. Thank you for all of the likes. We hit 270. Really do appreciate that, guys. Thank you for the donations and the sponsors. I'm eternally grateful. And like I said, we're getting back into full swing of things. Make sure you check out my page for all the latest videos, because you're going to get 4 a day. And we're going to get the live streams, and everything's going to be back to normal after the holidays. So thank you guys so much for watching. Do appreciate that, and we'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.